Hello students, this is Father Avinash and I'm back with the part 2 lesson of the 8th standard lesson, and the name of the lesson is Civilizing the Native, Educating the Natives. Okay, last time we have seen how British wanted to capture our schools and they wanted to change the system of education. Before they could change the system of education, of Indian education, they sent a Scottish missionary. His name was William Adam. Okay, they sent him and told him to make a study and send a report to the company. So this man went to the districts of Bengal and Bihar and made a study of the schools. The Indian schools were called as Pathshalas. So he found out that there were around 1 lakh Pathshalas all over these districts, and these Pathshalas were very small. In each Pathshala there were around 20 students, and altogether in this 1 lakh Pathshalas there were around 20 lakhs of children studying in this Pathshalas. So what he found out in this Pathshalas, these Pathshalas were very flexible, very flexible. See, in our schools we have classrooms. They didn't have any classrooms. They used to sit under a banyan tree and conduct classes. There were no subjects as such. There were no textbooks. There were no exams. There were no table. There were no blackboard. There were no chalk. All the age groups used to sit down in all different type of children would sit down in one classroom, and according to their needs, the Guruji used to teach them. Okay, the rich students is to give them a high fees, and the poor children is to give less fees. So all these things, were very flexible. When children and their parents were working in the fields, when they were doing the harvest, the school was closed down, and when after the harvest they used to come again. So it was very flexible. So after making the study, and this great man William Adams sent the report to the company, they made a study and they said, okay, now these things will stop, and they said we will focus on bringing strict rules and regulations. So they said till now they appointed government pundits, okay, and they used to go and check in the schools, okay. So there were strict timetable, there were subjects now, they had to pay the fees, they had the fixed places to sit down, so everything was fixed. And they could not go now for the harvest. If you go for harvest and don't attend the schools, it was called as indiscipline. So things were very strict. Okay. After that, there was a mixed feelings between the Indians. Some Indians said, "Oh, it's very good." They, in fact, congratulated the British and the company for bringing new changes in the Indian education. They said, "Come on, build more and more colleges." And they also said those who adhere, those who listen to the rules, government will help such institution. So if any schools listen to the rules and regulations, they said government grants will be given. Those who don't listen to the rules and regulations to the Pathshalas, they were not favoring, they were not helping them. So there were some group of Indians who were very happy. There were other group of Indians who they were not happy. Well, I'd like to mention 2 Indians who were not happy, and they were against this Western education. The first one was Mahatma Gandhi. Now Mahatma Gandhi said, this education has brought inferiority complex. It has made us very humble. You have taken our pride, Gandhiji said. He said, this Western education is just like a poison. You have brought poison in our system. He said it's very sinful, and very specially it has enslaved us. It has made slaves. So he was adamant, and he urged all the Indians, he said, please leave all these institution colleges and come, we will teach you all something very new. And his main focus was that we must, the knowledge what we learn should be through experience, and it should be practical. That's what Mahatma Gandhi, the father of our nation, emphasized on. And he said we must develop our mind and soul. Not just learning, this language is English, that will not help, he said. And also he said we must work hard with our hands. Our school system should help us to work with our hands. For example, he said we must learn craft. So this is the things, this Mahatma Gandhi emphasized on, and he was unhappy with the Western education, although he was very happy with machines and other technology. The next person we have is Rabindranath Tagore. He also opened a new school in 1901, okay, and he named his school as Shanti Niketan, Abode of Peace. But when he was very small, as a child, he thought the schools are just like a prison. They were oppressive. He didn't like at all the schools. Okay, and that was there in his mind that, I feel oppressive, I feel like a prison in going to school. And whenever teachers were teaching, other students were listening, but he used to wander here and there and never used to listen to anything. So he brought up a new school, in Kolkata, 100 meters away from the city, in the rural area. He built a school. He wanted students to be creative. He wanted students to be, to learn by themselves. He wanted to be creative, he wanted students to explore their desires. He wanted students to be more curious. He also asked the teachers, to help the students to be more imaginative. So he wanted the students to be free, not like in a prison. He wanted students to be creative. Okay, that's what Rabindranath Tagore opened, a new school, Shanti Niketan, Abode of Peace. These were the ideas about Rabindranath Tagore and Mahatma Gandhi. The question which I want to ask you, my dear students and my good people, our today's education, where it has gone? Is it helping our students to change their character, to build their knowledge? Alright students, here I end the lesson. I hope you liked it. Please do subscribe my channel and like it. Thank you very much, and God bless you.